Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in today. What we're going to be talking about today is drop shipping. Seems like everybody wants to get into drop shipping. All over Reddit, Yahoo Answers, entrepreneurship and e-commerce forums, Warrior Forum, all over forums and anything about e-commerce, marketing, making money. Everyone's all about drop shipping. Everyone wants to get into drop shipping. And even in my comment section, personal messages, DMs on Twitter, people emailing me, everyone's asking about drop shipping. So I think a lot of people have misconceptions about drop shipping. I think a lot of people think it's easier than it is. I think a lot of people think it's a totally hands-off approach. Like basically you get everything set up and then you never have to do any work again and you just sit back and collect the money. Doesn't work quite like that. So I've tried drop shipping before. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's probably not something I'm going to venture into in the future. And I think Amazon FBA is technically not drop shipping. You're actually buying the product up front and sending it to Amazon. Also, you're having to put your own barcodes and things on it. So Amazon FBA, I think, is a good hands-off approach to e-commerce. I wouldn't call it drop shipping. We're talking about more traditional drop shipping where you hold no inventory. Orders come in, you place that order with your drop shipper, and they send the product to the customer with no packaging or labeling that lets them know who the product's coming from. So today I'm going to tell you guys 5 reasons why dropshipping is hugely overrated and why you don't want to get into dropshipping. So without further ado, let's jump into this, guys. So reason number 1 why dropshipping is hugely overrated and why it's not a good business to get into. eBay and Amazon are heavily cracking down on dropshippers. eBay and Amazon don't really like dropshippers. As far as the reason, couple reasons. First off, a lot of dropshippers are selling garbage, knockoff stuff, fake stuff. So it's kind of got a sketchy reputation to begin with. But even more so, a lot of this stuff's being shipped from China. A lot of times they don't guarantee the specific model. So if you notice, a lot of times on eBay and Amazon, people will say, you know, the product you receive may look slightly different or the color may be different. So basically what they're showing you and what you're buying may not be what you're going to get because it depends on whatever their dropshipper has on hand. And it's not providing a good buying experience. If I buy something thinking I'm getting a blue widget at this size and I wind up getting a green widget that's a little bit smaller, it's just not a good business. Customers aren't happy. Also, shipping times from China and where a lot of these drop shippers do things takes a long time. So whereas they want people to get products quickly, if you're drop shipping, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. So eBay and Amazon are not only not fans of drop shipping, they're actually kind of cracking down and kicking drop shippers off their program. I can attest that I know this for a fact is happening with eBay. And from what I've heard, it's happening to a lot of Amazon sellers as well. But what may happen if you're selling products in certain categories, or even if you're selling a high volume of products, eBay, Amazon, PayPal may reach out to you and request invoices from you. If you're a drop shipper, you're not going to be able to provide an invoice. I mean, you may have an invoice for, okay, I bought one product, but they want to see an invoice that whatever you're selling, you actually physically have in stock and under your control. And if you're a drop shipper, you're just buying one item at a time or having your orders filled for you. What they want to see is if I have a quantity of 100, Cypher, pistol grips selling on eBay, they want to see an invoice that shows that I have either 100 or somewhere close to 100 of those pistol grips or phone cases or whatever it may be. So eBay and Amazon are doing a big purge right now. They're kicking a lot of users off, and they may ask you for invoices. If you're drop shipping, you can't provide those. I know some people are saying, I'll Photoshop one or whatever. I've heard mixed things. Some people say eBay and Amazon do check with your references or do check with your suppliers. Other people say they don't. Regardless, I don't think dropshipping is a great thing to get into, and you don't really want to risk getting your eBay or Amazon shut down because then you are done for life, and you're either done or you're going to have to play all the games with the eBay stealth accounts where you're constantly losing money and having to jump through hoops, and it's just not worth it. So though eBay and Amazon are great places to sell if you are getting into dropshipping, it's really not worth jeopardizing your account for. Reason number 2, there's a lot of scams out there. The reason everyone is hunting for dropshippers is because for every one legitimate, decent dropshipper there is out there, there's 10 bad ones. I will say if you are going to get into dropshipping, do not just do a Google search for dropshippers and click on the first guy or whoever's running an AdSense campaign to get people. What you want to do is buy product from people, sell it. If you have success selling it, you then want to make contact with that company and say, hey, look, I've been buying your product for the past 6 months. I buy a lot of it. Would you be interested in drop shipping for me? And once you have a relationship with someone, and especially if it's a smaller manufacturer, they may be open to drop shipping. And that's pretty much the only scenario under which I would say drop shipping is a good idea. If you're dealing with some Chinese factory and you have no relationship with them, I really don't like the idea of drop shipping. Excuse me. If you have a small manufacturer, I'm thinking of like I've sold ukuleles before, and it's small factories making them. They're in the U.S. or in Hawaii or whatever, and I think those people are people you can have a one-on-one relationship with. You have someone at the other end of the phone you can call, and I think under that scenario, drop shipping may not be good. But don't just do a Google search for drop shippers and click on the first result and think you're going to get into drop shipping, because it's just not going to work that way. There's way too many scams out there. A lot of people are going to charge you like $200 just to give you the name of a bunch of drop shippers who then want to charge you to join their program. Anyone who wants to charge you money to either find out about drop shippers or join their program is not someone you want to get involved with. So we got eBay and Amazon is cracking down. A lot of scams out there. Number 3 reason you don't want to do drop shipping, or why drop shipping is overrated. I kind of already explained this, but you're possibly setting yourself up for bad reviews. When you're drop shipping, you lose a lot of control over your business. If someone calls me and asks me for a tracking number, I just printed their label 5 minutes ago. I can give them that tracking number. I can tell them exactly where the package is. It's my FedEx account, so I can call FedEx and say, hey, can we have this package rerouted to this address, or can you turn that package around and get it back to me? When you're doing stuff through a drop shipper, everything's automated. You're a drop in a hat. You lose a lot of control over your business, and in turn, you're going to lose customer satisfaction. Also, like I kind of commented on earlier, when you're drop shipping, a lot of times things are coming from China. They're going to take longer to arrive. One of the best ways to get bad feedback or low DSR scores on eBay or whatever else is to take a long time shipping. So ideally, you want to ship same day or within 24 hours. Doesn't always happen with drop shippers. And also, like I mentioned, sometimes they may have similar products under different SKUs. So let's say I'm selling like a flashlight. My flashlight may look, basically what I'm buying from my drop shipper, the product line may change. It may be a different color. The design may be a little bit different. May take a different kind of battery. And if somebody buys something from me and they wind up getting a different product, probably not going to be happy, may have an issue, will probably comment on it in a review. So that's another reason why you don't really want to get into drop shipping. It can lead to bad reviews because you lose a lot of the control over your business. So we're up to number 4. Number 4, you're going to be paying higher prices. When you're drop shipping, basically a lot of that stuff that you should be doing, packaging your items, order fulfillment, shipping, all that type of stuff, you're putting that on somebody else. So whereas if I go to a factory in China and either private label or buy 100 pieces of, 100 phone cases off Alibaba, I may be able to get them for 20 cents a pop. When I start drop shipping and now that factory is only selling me one piece at a time and I'm not buying in bulk, they have to ship every piece, they have to pack every piece. They need somebody to do the work of accepting my order and then fulfilling it, shipping it, whatever else. That all costs money. So where I may be able to get a phone case for 20 cents, you guys drop shipping it, maybe paying anywhere from 60 cents to $2. So though you're not having to buy product up front, though you're not having to store product, though you're not having to ship things yourself, there are a lot of costs involved. And if you're actually moving numbers, you're going to make a lot more money doing it yourself, fulfilling your own orders, or even going the Amazon FBA route. But drop shipping, you are always going to pay a premium because A, you're not buying in bulk, and B, you're passing a lot of your workload off to somebody else. And 5, I just find that drop shipping is an organizational nightmare. It's easy. If I got 5 orders coming in a day, okay, Jim from Tennessee ordered a phone case off me, tell my drop shipper, send a phone case, dear Mr. Dropshipper in China, send a phone case to Jim Smith in Tennessee, and then I get another order. Okay, send this one. Pretty much the only way you're going to make money in drop shipping is if you're doing a huge quantity. And once you start doing huge quantity, you're going to need some kind of software program to take your orders, pass them off to the drop shipper. When you're doing huge quantities, things are going to get lost in the cracks. You're going to get bad feedback. You're going to get products that don't go out. This puts your eBay and Amazon accounts in jeopardy of getting shut down, gives you bad reviews, gives the customer a bad experience. If you want to do drop shipping, you have to do huge numbers, and unless you're very organized, have a computer system to kind of handle the organization, and are able to keep up with that and are pretty tech savvy, you're probably not going to be very good at drop shipping, and you're probably not going to do the numbers that you need to do to make a lot of money. So let's kind of recap the 5 reasons I think drop shipping is overrated. So we got 5 reasons here. Reason 1, eBay and Amazon are cracking down. Reason 2, there's about 10 scams out there for every 1 legitimate drop shipping offer. Reason number 3, bad reviews. Just the nature of drop shipping leads to you losing control over your own business, which in turn leads to bad reviews. Number 4, you're paying higher prices than if you did the order fulfillment yourself. And number 5, unless you're really savvy with software, it can be an organizational nightmare. So I'm not trying to tell you don't dropship. If it's something you want to get into, by all means get into it. But keep these 5 downfalls or 5 things to be aware of when you get into dropshipping. Keep those things in mind. And realize that even if you are dropshipping, there are some benefits to it. But you also lose a lot of control of your business. You're paying higher prices for items. And it's not a totally hands-off thing. It's not just sit back and collect the checks. It does require work. And in some ways, it may even provide more work for you than if you were just doing traditional shipping and packing your orders yourself. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of these 5 reasons why I don't advise you get into dropshipping. I know this is a hugely popular topic, so if you have any questions about dropshipping, if you have any comments about dropshipping, leave them in the comments section below. I know when I watch videos, I love reading the comments. I feel like sometimes I get better information from the comment section than I do from the videos. So if you have experience from dropshipping, if you can answer any of these questions, if you want to dispute anything I said, leave it in the comment section below. I'm sure my viewers would like to hear another perspective besides mine. Let's get a discussion going on there. And if you guys have any questions for me about dropshipping, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions either directly or through making a YouTube video answering your question for others, because I think if you have that question, there's probably 10 other people out there who have it too. So any questions about dropshipping or e-commerce in general, feel free to either leave it for me in a comment or send me a direct message through YouTube. You can also get me on Twitter, twitter.com/rulesforrebels. And lastly, if you guys want to start flooding me with questions, I was thinking about doing a live Q&A session, or at the very least doing a video where I answer some frequently asked questions. So hope you guys enjoyed this video about dropshipping. If you did, just below, either to the bottom right or bottom left, depending on if you're on a phone, a tablet, or a laptop, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if I helped you out, if I provided you with some good information. If you're not subscribed to my channel, wrong side, just below down here, there should be a subscribe button. Click subscribe. I do a lot of videos on dropshipping, Amazon FBA, eBay, e-commerce, starting your own website, all that type of stuff. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Check back in next time, guys. And I think the next video we're going to be making is going to be talking a little bit more about dropshipping and Amazon FBA. So thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you guys next time.